Yeah. What it do, y'all? It's your boy King Ed the Great, Rick Capo in the building, and you're now tuned in to episode 340 of Off the Cuff Radio, sponsored by Cocaine Buddy Boy Entertainment, Dirty Basement, and we got my man T-Max with the facts in the building.
Yep, Fresh Fridays, OTCF in the building. We back at it, King. So, we about to we got a special, man. We about to go ahead and finish what we started from the other week, man.
Yes, sir, man. I mean, he gave us a lot of love on the last show, and the love was so there that he had to come back for the sequel right here to let us know what he got going on with his film projects, new music, new sneakers. This brother has been on the grind, man. So, without further ado, let's bring on my man, Fredro Starr, y'all.
Yo, what up? What's poppin', man? What's good with y'all? What's going on, hip-hop?
Definitely, what's going on, man?
I'm chilling, man. You know, I'm out here, man. We in the West Coast. It's a heat wave out here, man. I'm actually in the middle of doing something right now, but we're going to get this interview because, you know, I got love for y'all dudes, man. You know what I'm saying?
We appreciate it, man. So, dog, we're going to get right to it. So, last time we were on, so we talked about, so last time, you know, we already covered your musical history. So, you know, in show business, there is always what is called a second act. And like so many of your brethren, like LL, Queen Latifah, Ice-T, you know, y'all, you know, you made that venture in going into acting, you know. So tell us about, you know, years back, what made you decide to get into it and about the first role that you got.
Man, you know, just dealing with, like, first of all, I want to say rest in peace to Jam Master Jay. You know what I'm saying? Cause
of course.
Without him, I wouldn't even be talking to you dudes. You know what I'm saying? He put me in the game, man. He gave me the bounce pass, yo. Like Jay was like big brother, man. He put me in the hip hop game, put me in the movie game, and just kept my mind on longevity. Like, you know what I'm saying, as far as building a brand and, you know, like you said, we got the sneakers and the merch is always selling. And, you know, we came in the game with a logo, the whole movement. You know, that's how it started, man. I saw Ice Cube and Ice-T, and them dudes like that, I was like, yo, you know, when it was my turn to do it with a movie called Strap, I was like, yo, I got to just kill it, you know what I'm saying? Because it was only me and Tupac at the time coming up. It was me, I did Strap, and Tupac was doing Juice, you know what I'm saying? So we was like, same time, I'm watching him, he watching me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was. He was like my only competition, like coming up at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, we did the movie Strapped, and it just went off, man. It was a classic, and then me and Sticky got in the movie Clockers together. You know, shout to Spike Lee. You know what I'm saying? And now my cousin is in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I came in the game, then Sticky came in the game, and we just been doing our thing ever since.
Word.
Now you know one of my favorite parts of Clockers was when you guys was doing the dialogue in the beginning, like y'all were debating who the hardest MCs. Was that really a real legit conversation?
Yeah, I think it was. I think we was putting those names out there. You know, because you know, if you listen to what I was saying, I was talking about Tupac and Wu-Tang. It was cool. I mean, you know, it was debatable. And, you know, everybody was playing their character. That was a good scene, though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody at Clockers, the whole Clockers crew. That was crazy. That was an ill movie. We shot that right in Gowanus Projects in Brooklyn.
Yeah. And I mean, and how does it feel that, like, from, of course, going back to Strap, you know, shout out to HBO because that was an HBO independent production, you know, that you did with Bokeem and Woodbine. Did you all know upon shooting that movie the type of classic impact that it would have in terms of really, because your acting was phenomenal for one, you know.
Yeah, thanks.
The message y'all had in terms of how y'all were one of the first movies to really tackle, you know, violence in the hood in terms of heads getting hands on, you know, the hammers and the nails, you know, and how it flies, you know. Yeah. I mean, did y'all know
there was never really a movie? No, there was never a point of. No, you reached a point because that movie was about how guns was getting into the neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So it tackled that particular topic, and it showed you how the guns was getting into the neighborhood, and who was selling the guns and who was buying it and who was using it. So that whole just topic was ill because guns, that's how they get into the city. You know what I'm saying? They come from out of state, they get shipped in through probably a white guy. You know what I'm saying? And then it comes to the hood, and the guys get it and shoot shit up. You know what I'm saying? It's a cycle, man, that we've been placed in, and it's just crazy because you look at Chicago, they killing kids every day over there. Babies is getting shot through their window. They can't even play PlayStation. It's just, the how many guns is getting into the inner city. It's just crazy. And that movie was the first movie, and probably the last movie that, dealt with that topic.
And you know what, man? I'm going to tell you this, too. Watching that movie, it was one of them movies where it hit so many different emotions, and you wanted that happy ending. Like, I wanted that happy ending where I want to see you and Bokeem get bent, man. Like, tied to the trunk or something.
Nah, not that one. He kept it real with that one. Word up. Sometimes it's not a happy ending. That made it cool.
Right. And I mean, yeah, man, but I mean, it's just to see how you diversified your portfolio over the years, man. I mean, what type of exposure does that really give you in terms of, when that acting bug, really hit you? Because not only did you get into acting, of course, with Clockers and Strap, but it's also you showed your range, being a rookie at this, a real sense of drama, a flair for really understanding just the moment and really becoming just in that one swoop like that, a serious actor. I mean, what was it like once that bug hit you and you were like, all right, I'm in this now, like I'm ready for it?
When you're in it and when you're doing it, you don't realize it. You just like moving from day to day, like, okay, I gotta do a movie, I gotta do the album, I gotta go on tour. It's like you don't realize it till maybe like later, like, wow, damn, we did some crazy. It's crazy. Wow, we did. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're doing it, it's just like you living it. You can't. It doesn't. You don't feel it. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel the fame. You don't feel it because you're there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it was ill, man. You know what I'm saying? Walking down the street, people realizing who you are. You want your autograph from Onyx, and they want your autograph from TV, and that part was cool. You know what I'm saying? Just always being amongst the people, always showing love, going to town in Harlem. Shout to Harlem, shout to Stacktown, my dudes, you know what I'm saying? We always was in Harlem and Brooklyn, just being amongst the people, you know what I'm saying, and feeling the vibe. That felt good, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, what was like one of your most challenging roles?
Challenging role. Believe it or not, probably was the movie Ride. It was a movie called Ride. Snoop Dogg was in the movie, Malik Yoba. Another movie me and Sticky was in together. The reason why it was challenging, because I was playing a skateboarder. I had to, like, ride skateboards. So, and, that was just ill. Like, I like, got into the skateboard culture, started riding skateboards every day. It was in full character. So that was a challenge to kind of just go there and really be a skateboarder. You know what I'm saying? Nobody doing my stunts, none of that. Like, it was crazy. A lot of falling, a lot of busting your ass, but that's what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, that's called really being able to, and a lot of times, in terms of that method acting, because you really have to get into the role for what it requires from a physical perspective, and to divert, to just really get into the role. You are, among those first generation of hip hoppers, legends, who really got into it, man. I mean, and you all have really opened up the door for so many other people to really get into the game. I mean, to be such a distinguished alumnus of the thespian variety, man, I mean, and you're still doing things today. I mean, like you huh?
Yeah. Now, I'm in the middle of something right now, but we can make it happen. All you need is this, right? Oh, I got to sign this stuff up. I got a lot of stuff to sign, man. I'm in the middle of something right now. But, keep it going, man. all good.
Yeah, but I mean, to be such a distinguished thespian, and I mean, of course, with the merch, and even branching off into authorship. I mean, writing children's books. I mean, look, Onyx love the kids too, man. I mean, what is it that you haven't done? I mean, in terms of really reaching the people. Tell us about that.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, man, I got kids, man. I got 2 kids, and I was a kid, and, I just decided to write a kid's book, you know what I'm saying, something for the kids. So it's called Little Freddie, and it's about this kid who loses his favorite sock, you know what I'm saying? So you have to, go back to being a child to write something like that, you know what I'm saying, to relate to the kid. It was cool, you know what I mean? I got the artist, we did it up, and it's available everywhere. It's a show for, and I think it's a show because I'm trying to make a TV show out of it. So I call it a show.
Wow.
But it's for the inner city kids, man, you know what I mean?
And how important is it? Oh, go ahead, Gabe. Go ahead.
Do you have any favorite books that you ever read, to study your way and to get into the game and to get to the success that you're at?
Nope. No, I don't read books. I write them.
Got you. Yeah. In terms of you being an author for the babies coming up, man, I mean, how important is it? How important is it to really, 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 really reach back for the children and let them know that, there's humor, there's warmth, there's compassion, there's comedy, there's kindness, and most importantly, a concern about, them coming up. Because so many times, I don't think a lot of people really understand, especially for children from our community, you being a black man, you raising, your children. I mean, how important is that, like Exhibit's foundation, as he rapped about, just really setting a good, standard?
Well, it's very important, man. Kids are the future. You got to invest in the future, right? So, it's always good to do that. And, kids, they're going to take over the world, I tell my kids every day, like my kids are 4 and 6, I'm like, yeah, you going to take care of your old man when I get old? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they're going to have to do. So you got to teach them young, man, responsibility and, let them see different things, traveling and, all that.
Definitely.
Now, in terms of, going to your music, man, do you tell us, any new projects you have coming into the fourth quarter?
Yeah, for the fourth quarter, man, we just finished this Onyx album, me and Sticky, and it's called Onyx for Life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the beats is crazy, straight hardcore beats. My little brother, Fredro Starr, he doing his thing out of Queens, you know what I'm saying? Check him out, Fredro Starr. And we rocking with these kids from, you just played their record, they did the Throw Your Guns Over, this kid's called Stacktown from Harlem. We just connected with them on some real street vibe, just on a love, you know what I'm saying? Because they definitely keeping the name ringing with that new joint they just did. It's called Onyx, paying homage to Onyx. So Stacktown is definitely doing their thing. And we moving, man. We got the podcast, Rappers and Ballers, me and Johnny Voga. And we moving, man. Just still good to be here. Still blessed to be here, brother.
That's what's up, man.
But yo, I got to get up out of here. Yo, I got to get up out of here, man. I got to get up out of here, take care of this business. There's real things going on right now. But
understood.
Let's do it again. Let's do part 3.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. We're gonna have a part 10 when this is all said and done.
Okay, well, let's do it. Let's tap in. Shout to MJ, the publicist, and let me do my thing. And love is love.
Yes, sir.
Love, my brother.
Man. Y'all be safe.
Say less. 1.